Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. 3 people were arrested in Southport on burglary charges after a foot chase with police. According to the Chemung County Sheriff's Department, police responded to a report of people entering the old Rubens junkyard. When police got there, a short chase ensued. Police arrested Stephen Bonham, Tiffany Doan, and Brian Hartzell. All 3 were later arraigned in court. A Chemung County Sheriff's deputy and 3 men narrowly avoided tragedy after a car struck the parked trooper's car on the side of the highway. Samuel Byler of Addison failed to move over and hit the marked patrol car. The crash nearly pinning the 3 men and the deputy between the car and the median barrier. The deputy had pulled over to help the 3 men who struck a deer on their way to the airport. The patrol car had its emergency lights on and was parked on the shoulder. According to the sheriff's office, Byler's car then crossed lanes and hit another car before hitting the median. Byler has been issued 3 traffic tickets. An early learning and child care center in Chemung County is closing unexpectedly. Big Fox's Josh Feldberg tells us why.
Parents and guardians were shocked when they received a letter from the Chemung Valley Early Care and Learning Center stating the center will be closing before the end of the month. According to the letter sent to parents, the center will be closing on November 25th. It was also stated that the center may have to close even earlier if certain issues prevented them from being able to operate safely. This letter gave parents only 2 weeks' notice of the impending closure of the center. According to the letter, fiscal and staffing challenges faced by multiple organizations since the pandemic left the center with no viable option to remain open at this time. Roughly 80 children are currently enrolled in the center and will be looking for new child care programs in the coming weeks. Finding available child care centers is already a massive problem facing families across the country. With holiday season approaching, this closure could not have come at a worse time for families. The Chemung County Child Care Council held a meeting with parents yesterday to discuss alternative child care providers in the area. Other local child care organizations attended the meeting to discuss open slots in their programs. Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Chemung County.
People in Buffalo and 11 surrounding counties in western New York under a state of emergency as they brace for a blizzard. Madeline Rivera in Buffalo with the story.
It's not even Thanksgiving, and Buffalo is preparing for what could be a crippling winter storm.
People here know that we get a lot of snow in Buffalo, but this is far from a normal snowfall.
A massive lake-effect snowstorm is expected to dump up to 6 feet of snow in western New York, with flakes possibly falling up to 4 inches per hour and winds gusting up to 35 miles per hour. The region is a prime spot for lake-effect snow situated east of Lake Erie. Buffalo is the 4th snowiest city in the U.S.
This is considered an extreme event, an extreme weather event. That means it's dangerous. It also means it's life-threatening.
New York Governor Kathy Hochul implementing a state of emergency in effect Thursday morning. The storm expected to cripple the area, which is familiar with big snowstorms. In preparation, plows from across the state have been deployed. Officials closing Buffalo public schools on Friday, and all commercial vehicles will be banned from parts of the New York State Thruway starting Thursday afternoon.
That means that travel is dangerous or impossible. It means that you will see significant disruption to infrastructure and daily activities.
Despite the forecast of heavy snow with significant accumulation, folks remain hopeful Sunday's Buffalo Bills game against the Cleveland Browns will go on.
I'm thinking they're going to play. This is Buffalo. I mean, the other team might not want to play, but we want to play.
The snowfall is expected at least through Sunday. In Buffalo, New York, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
A Mrs. Doubtfire type play is in town this weekend. Our Maggie Hall stopped by rehearsal for More Than Meets the Eye and spoke with the director and some of the actors about this lively performance.
We are producing through Center Stage Community Theater a production of the show More Than Meets the Eye. It is like a Mrs. Doubtfire-like show where we have this man who's writing children's books under the pen name of a grandma.
Mark Sardo plays the main character, Stanley, who writes under the pen name Grandma Letty.
Unbeknownst to him, he all of a sudden becomes voted Grandmother of the Year and a whole bunch of reporters and so forth besiege his house, and all of a sudden his publisher is there that he's never met for whatever reasons. And the twist that's not in Mrs. Doubtfire is you got to come out and see the play.
I asked Joe Edkin, who plays the role of Grandma Letty's publisher, what folks can expect when they come to see the show this weekend.
This really is a family-friendly show. It's something all ages can enjoy. It does, like Grandma's books, have a deeper meaning that adults can enjoy, but kids are going to have a lot to laugh at as well.
Center Stage Community Theater is always looking for folks to get involved.
Well, we're always looking for people to join Center Stage in any capacity. Actors, stage production crew, building sets, working publicity, doing the box office. There's always a role.
To get involved with Center Stage Theater and to buy tickets, visit the Center Stage Community Theater Facebook page. Tickets will also be available at the door. The production's opening night is tomorrow at 7:30 at the Corning Painted Post Middle School. Be sure to buy your tickets for More Than Meets the Eye for a fun, fabulous, and family-friendly weekend. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Corning.
Coffee with the Chief returns this Friday. Elmira Police Chief Anthony Alvarez will be at the Elmira Tea and Coffee House between 4:30 and 5:50 p.m. Chief Alvarez will be available to talk to residents about the police department. The fire chief is unable to make it to this month's event, but will be back in December. It's been more than a week since the midterm elections, but the fallout on Capitol Hill continues as Republicans regain control of the House and are ready to launch investigations. Meanwhile, the Democrats are poised for new leadership. Lauren Blanchard is in Washington with the very latest.
We officially know which parties will control the House and the Senate and who will lead them. Current House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announcing she will be stepping back from leadership when her party becomes the minority. After decades leading her party, it also comes after a violent attack on her husband.
And with great confidence in our caucus, I will not seek re-election to Democratic leadership in the next Congress.
Republicans cinched their 218th House seat more than a week after Election Day, guaranteeing they will hold the majority for the next 2 years. The House GOP caucus already held their leadership elections, and California's Kevin McCarthy is posed to take the gavel as Speaker of the House in January.
It is official. One-party Democrat rule in Washington is finished. We have fired Nancy Pelosi. We have worked hard to earn this agenda.
But McCarthy will need to deal with a restless pro-Trump faction in his party who are promising a slate of investigations into President Biden and his family.
This committee will evaluate the status of Joe Biden's relationship with his family's foreign partners and whether he is a president who is compromised or swayed by foreign dollars and influence.
While Republicans have already held their leadership elections, Democrats are planning theirs the week after Thanksgiving in the House and early December in the Senate. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Your complete forecast is coming up next. And later, we have some important packing tips if you're planning to travel for the holidays.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
A significant lake effect snow event is setting up across the Great Lakes. What we're seeing initiated today from the satellite imagery, you can see a little bit of that cloud cover. That movement is moving across almost all 5 of those Great Lakes and then moving straight over portions of Erie and Ontario, causing for already that initiation. Now that's pulling a little bit farther south, which calls for some light snow showers and quick bursts of it at times, creating reduced visibility and some difficult road conditions at times. But what we're going to see set up with this event is that into the overnight, you see a little bit of a turn of those winds come out of the southwest. So with the southwesterly wind, that means we're coming a wind up the Appalachians and into New York. So that's going to turn those snowbanks to dump over areas of Buffalo, New York, and then up towards Watertown, New York, with significant snowfall straight over those warm waters for this time of the year with this cooler air mass. There will be some slight clearing into those early morning hours, although temperatures don't look to significantly bottom out just yet, but there will be some cooler mornings as we look to hang on just around to those mid-20s for low temperatures. So a seasonable start to the day. What we'll note, though, is that don't rule out those snow showers just yet. We see that turn of the wind is going to keep most of those snow showers over some of those higher threat areas of Buffalo and Watertown, but we see that locally, even through the Finger Lakes, there could still be some isolated bursts of snow showers with minor accumulations throughout the weekend forecast, Sunday being one of those days that we will definitely keep an eye on for maybe some minor accumulations to even some slight measurable accumulations. But what we'll note is that much of the area, though, does stay under clear skies here across southern New York, so that is going to mean that clearing and calming overnight does bring in some cooler mornings as we'll drop into the teens. So note some below average conditions ahead, but we'll look at the extended forecast as we head into next week with a holiday ahead of some quieter conditions to persist across the area and bring in some warming temperatures. Now, rolling through the forecast, you'll note that again, some of those snow showers, as they have had that westerly wind in place, has brought in that potential. But you'll see that turn come, and that's going to shift those snow showers farther closer to the Buffalo area, keeping much of the southern portions of New York there under some brighter skies as we head into Saturday as well as in Sunday. But again, still some of those quick switches can bring in some light snow showers. So we'll have a slight chance for Friday afternoon, especially for those snow showers. There's still a little bit of that westerly wind bringing some of those snow showers through the Finger Lakes. But there will be areas of sunshine, but temperatures about 10 degrees below average into those 30s. Under clearance, calm skies overnight into Saturday morning, we do drop into the teens in some locations, lower 20s into Elmira and Corning. And then Saturday's looking to trend to be the driest day, but that could be some of this more significant snowfall across Buffalo, so we'll have to watch that accumulating snow, as we'll see temperatures, though, still fairly cool, just around that freezing mark. Now, we have a chance for some of those snow showers on Sunday as that event starts to taper off across the Great Lakes. But as we get out of that event, we do note that temperatures are starting to warm back into the 40s and could be closer to average towards the holiday.
Well, you can finally block your ex without having to change that Netflix password, and the Taylor Swift tour pre-sale fiasco prompts an investigation. And get this, you can once again make it a blockbuster night this weekend in LA. CJ Papa has those stories and more in today's Business Briefs.
No more mooching, Bling Empire. Netflix adding a new feature that lets users remotely log out of devices connected to their account. You have to go to the Manage Access and Devices option in account settings. It allows the paying customer to log anyone out with a simple click. Tennessee's Attorney General launching a probe into Ticketmaster's Taylor Swift pre-sale chaos. Swifties say there's bad blood after Ticketmaster glitches force fans to wait days to buy tickets to her spring tour.
I have beef with Ticketmaster right now that it's making my skin crawl. It's making me so upset. No one on earth can buy Taylor Swift tickets right now.
Attorney General Jonathan Skrmetti is stepping in saying, quote, as an industry player, you think Ticketmaster would be well aware that these were probably going to be the most popular tickets or close to the most popular tickets they've ever had. She might not be the official Queen of Christmas, but Mariah Carey is teaming up with Find Your Happy Place on a line of festive candles, body lotions, and bath gels. The scents include cozy and cashmere, candy cane, and balsam fir. And the 90s are back. A new blockbuster pop-up bar opens this weekend in Los Angeles, featuring movie-themed cocktails, nostalgic photo ops, and blockbuster-inspired entertainment. Tickets start at $29, and customers must be 21 to get in. And remember, be kind, rewind. That's business. I'm CJ Papa.
Well, hackers are targeting hospital systems in an attempt to extort money, leaving helpless, sick patients to pay the price. Gillian Turner explains.
Ambulances diverted, urgent cancer surgeries delayed, patients overdosed on medications, though no one died. All real-world consequences of a ransomware attack on Common Spirit Health, which runs 140 hospitals and over 1,000 cancer and surgery centers nationwide. Common Spirit confirms on October 3rd, hackers hijacked the company's IT system, encrypted it, and blocked doctors and nurses from accessing patient records for 11 days. Common Spirit tells Fox it is still, quote, working diligently every day to bring systems online and restore full functionality as quickly and safely as possible. 3-year-old Jay Parsi's mother says doctors at a hospital run by Common Spirit gave her son a dosage of opioids 5 times greater than what should have been prescribed. She says it's because his doctors couldn't access his dispensing records. Her son is okay, but experts say this hack left 20 million Americans in 21 states at risk of dangerous health care and having their medical records leaked.
It's a double whammy when it comes to both your health care and then on your own personal information being protected.
Ransomware attacks on healthcare organizations increased 94% from 2021 to 2022, and over 2/3 of U.S. healthcare organizations reported a ransomware attack in 2021. This week, Texas's Oak Bend Medical Center also reported a ransomware attack, saying it's already compromised 500,000 patients' medical records. The hackers are demanding tens of millions of dollars. FBI Director Christopher Wray testified before Congress yesterday the threat to hospitals from hackers is on the rise. He claimed the Bureau prevented a major ransomware attack against Boston Children's Hospital just last year. In Washington, Jillian Turner, Fox News.
Up next, some travel tips if you want to take food on a plane over the holidays. Well, the holidays are right around the corner, and if you're hitting the skies, you might want to pay attention to what you can and cannot pack before you start celebrating. Danielle Miller has more on food guidelines from the TSA.
So I can't say it enough. Arrive early. 2 hours prior to your domestic flight, 3 hours prior to your international flight.
Holiday travelers will soon be packing airports nationwide. Patricia Mancha with TSA says you should also pack your patience and holiday goodies correctly.
Not just during Thanksgiving, but especially during Thanksgiving, we see lots of food items. People might bake their own cake or have their own stuffing or kind of special recipes that they want to take with them.
Maybe you want to bring your favorite mashed potatoes and cook your recipe in your own pan. Boxed food is okay, but once cooked, they need to go in your checked luggage along with that pan.
If it's a liquid, if you can spill it, spread it, pour it, or pump it, it's limited to 3.4 ounces. So a great way to think about it, you can bring as many potatoes or even boxed potatoes as you want in your carry-on. Once they become mashed potatoes, it's limited to 3.4 ounces. Lots of people, when they travel, they say, my skillet has my seasoning, it makes the best cornbread, or whatever that is. If anyone has ever held a cast iron skillet, they know that it can cause bodily injury. So just either pack it in your suitcase that goes in the belly of the plane in your checked luggage, or use another type of cooking implement when you get to your destination.
A mixer will also have to be checked because the blade is considered a weapon. And if you're bringing your favorite spirits, that's okay.
Alcohol is fine to travel with in your checked luggage that goes in the belly of the plane, or unless it's those tiny bottles that are 3.4 ounces or less.
You can go to TSA.gov for all of your specific questions on what's allowed and what's prohibited. Danielle Miller, Fox 10 News.
The dating game is changing. A new study finds single Americans are setting new standards in what they're looking for in a partner. Ted Lindner has more.
The search for happily ever after is changing for many adult singles in the U.S. A new study by online dating service Match finds American singles are increasingly taking a healthier and thoughtful approach in their dating lives. It's all part of a new trend called conscious dating.
And what we're seeing is that a lot of adult American singles are focusing in on their dating life. They're prioritizing their dating life. But with it, they're also prioritizing things that they think are important, that they should do, and potential dates.
Singles are becoming less fixated on attraction and more on self-care and mental health.
87% of singles in our sample said that a partner that prioritizes their mental health is important. So it's not only that we're thinking about it ourselves, we want to see that potential partners also recognize the importance of mental health, physical health, connection.
In life after the pandemic, economic issues and political events like Roe versus Wade are also having a huge impact on how people date.
People are interested in dating someone who's open-minded politically. Overall, people who have some interest in a lot of these issues.
Dating experts believe these new preferences and behaviors will stick around for a while as singles date intentionally and look for long-term committed partners.
The number one trait that 94% of people agreed with was a partner that they could trust and confide in.
Ted Lindner, Fox News.
We'll be back with more right after this. And of course, we want to leave you with a smile tonight. And how about this? Christmas lovers, which I'm one of them, we are in luck. A brand is giving us the chance to rock the Christmas spirit while we walk. The shoe brand Hey Dude is rolling out its new Christmas sweater-inspired shoes. The holiday-themed accessory is available for everyone, men, women, teens, and even kids. Customers who want to buy these iconic pieces can shop for them on Hey Dude, Shoe USA, or other retailers like Amazon. I'm Harriet Wallace. Thank you for watching.